Michael Donelan, and welcome to this week's headlines. Last week, President Trump made a visit to Puerto Rico to meet with people affected by the devastation of Hurricane Maria. While helping hand out supplies, Trump began to throw rolls of paper towels into the crowd like basketballs. This was highly criticized, and he was mocked mercilessly on Twitter and other social media, as this was seen as disrespectful and childish. I know, Trump? Disrespectful and childish? But Trump throwing anything like a basketball is probably the closest he will get to being on semi-good terms with sports. And speaking of the White House and sports, this past Sunday, Vice President Mike Pence attended an Indianapolis Colts game with his wife Karen, only to leave soon after the game started due to some players kneeling during the national anthem. This was applauded by President Trump and conservatives across the board, but was condemned by journalists and liberals. Look, doesn't it seem strange that Pence flew from Las Vegas to Indianapolis just to fly back to the West Coast the next day? Now, Pence claims that he was planning this trip for weeks due to Peyton Manning being honored during the game, but others aren't convinced. Many saw this as a political stunt, a way to get Trump supporters to further shame the players who have been taking a knee. And there's evidence to back up the fact that this was a political stunt. The group of journalists who were traveling with Pence said that he told them to wait outside rather than come into the stadium with him, making it seem like he knew he was going to leave early. Pence also tweeted a 3-year-old photo to prove that he was at the game, only to tweet another photo minutes later of him wearing a completely different outfit. This administration never ceases to amaze me at what they overlook. This was so obviously a political stunt, and the thing is, Trump supporters don't even seem to care. And look, this whole taking a knee debate is ridiculous. If players feel like taking a knee, then they should be allowed to take a knee, just like other people are allowed to disagree with them for taking a knee. And they aren't taking a knee to disrespect the flag or the country or the troops. They are doing it to protest the racial injustices that are taking place in the country. So Pence, Trump, Karen, the next time you consider pulling another one of these stunts, maybe try to be a little more discreet and really think, yes, think about what consequences your actions will have. In other news, information has come out that co-founder of Miramax and the Weinstein Company, Harvey Weinstein, may be guilty of committing sexual assault and sexual harassment against dozens of women. Said literally every woman in Hollywood may be guilty? How come in this country, whenever multiple women come forward saying that the same person has sexually harassed or assaulted them, others have trouble believing their stories? Well, for now, Weinstein has resigned or taken an extended leave of absence. So I guess we will have to wait and see what legal ramifications these claims will have. You know the country is in a bad place whenever people are genuinely surprised when a man who commits an act of sexual misconduct is fired due to their actions. If only we could get another member of society who's been accused of by dozens of women of sexual misconduct to resign. In other news, a Hong Kong-based company has just released a Fidget Spinner cell phone. Just when I thought I've seen it all. And it's still better than an Android. Christian conspiracy theorist David Meade, famous for falsely predicting the end of the world last month, now claims that it will end this Sunday. Look, Meade, I need to know if this one's real or not, because I can't keep using the world's gonna end excuse to get out of plans, or it's gonna look pretty suspicious after a while. Monday night, the new Star Wars The Last Jedi trailer was released, and I'm not crying, you are. And finally tonight, news has come out in the past couple of weeks that Trump's son-in-law and senior advisor Jared Kushner was using a private email for work business. Said Hillary Clinton, "Are you freaking kidding me?" That's all I have for tonight. Tune in next week for more headlines.